What is up, everybody? Today we have the announcement for the June 18th event and update that is coming to the game, right? So we got a lot of news to cover today. Let's get right into it. First of all, and just a reminder, this is the event calendar for the month of June. As you can see, we are approaching that 18th, which is going to be basically tomorrow by the time you're watching this video. And then on Friday, we're going to be having the Cyberpunk event starting, right? So we already know what the June 18th update is going to be about, and we will also have all the details in this video for the Cyberpunk event, so stay tuned. Let's go. So let's start with it real quick. The update for June the 18th, we got the new event coming, which is Cyberpunk themed. It's actually called Tower Epoch, right? And we got all the screenshots and all the stuff, all the rewards, the mount, the back attachment, all that stuff. We'll check it out in a moment. But we also have some changes to the actual game coming alongside with it. So as we already mentioned, this is going to be starting the event itself on the 20th, so that is on Friday. But at the same, actually rather next week, we're gonna be having the Crazy Fisher event coming around, which is the one you throw your fishing rod and you just like avoid getting the fishes, and then on the way back up you catch as many fish as you want. It's just a crazy mini game. It does nothing too crazy about it, honestly, just random filler. Anyways, we have something interesting joining the game here, and it's 4 new items which are gonna be used to upgrade your gear in general, like your mounts, your back accessories, and your artifacts, right? So it's going to be the pay-to-win gear, but of course also the free-to-play versions of these things, right? So let's say the first thing over here is going to be the back accessory star, which is used to upgrade and lock the back accessories in place of one back accessory item. So that straight up just means that if you already have an unlocked back accessory, of course the morphed versions over here, of course we're talking about this, you're gonna be able to upgrade the thing just 1 star above, right? So if you got like a minimum requirement here of 1 of these items, instead of actually using that 1 item, I'm gonna be able to use this item instead, the back accessory star, to unlock and upgrade, right? So if it's gonna be taking me 2, it's gonna be 2 of those back accessory stars. Same thing is gonna be happening for the artifacts here with the artifact star, and then same thing is gonna be happening for the mounts. But for the mounts in particular, we have 2 different tiers. One that's gonna be working for mounts from the immortal or below rarity, and then another one for the supreme and above rarity. Freeze! Download Legend of Mushroom through Apptoid right now and enjoy bonuses of up to 35%. As you accumulate these bonuses, you'll be able to use them to buy things for you instead of actually using your real money like we are showing right here. All you need to do is go to Google and search for Apptoid, click on the first link that appears and download it. As you download Apptoid, it will install in your device. Once it is installed, go ahead and search for it in your device, and then within it, go ahead and search for Legend of Mushroom. Go ahead and click on Legend of Mushroom within Apptoid and download it and install it in your device. Then head on over to Google Play and search for Upcoins wallet and download it and open it up. Once you have it installed, here you will be able to see how much bonus you currently have unlocked, as well as input my promo code Midway, which is going to be increasing the bonus you are getting when buying things in Legend of Mushroom by 5% forever. As well as here, you're also going to be able to see your purchase history. There is a guide down in the description, and the code is also down here on the screen as well as in the description. So go ahead and get it now and start earning more value for your money. Now, the way you unlock these items, not really sure. It does say it's going to be coming in the upcoming events, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be something like the Sky Rider passes. Ideally, free-to-play players will be able to get them in some capacity, but it might just come in the gachas. Now, we also have some optimizations coming to the game with this. We are going to be having the same thing, the next following thing happening. So battle mechanics, instead of temporarily losing the effect after being cleansed, debuff inflicted by pals cannot be cleansed now. Okay, so they are buffing the new class even more, and I say new class even though it's been out in the game for a long time now, but they are still finding ways of actually buffing the pal themed class, right? So of course I am talking about the whole new version over here of the Beastmaster and the Supreme Spirit, which are the 2 PAL-based classes, right? Now, there is more stuff here coming with the Snowland Crisis. Optimize the interactive experience of default level selection. Now it selects the highest clear difficulty by default, just menu, navigation, nothing crazy. Skill descriptions, they've changed a little bit of some stuff over here. Optimize the skill description of a player's stats inherited by clones and summons, which is quite interesting because, well, we now see some more details of how our clone strike is going to be scaling. Optimize the Warbringer's passive for description about dealing counter AoE damage. Not play Warbringers, I'm not sure what that's going to be about. Optimize the description of Mount Wave Cruiser skill effect in simplified Chinese. okay, whatever. Avians, more test descriptions, optimize the text description of the avian, affix, whatever, not care. Optimize the incorrect displays of mutated avian names in some pages, don't care. And optimized another skill, which damage instances will exclude those triggered by a teammate, whatever. Now, Parking Wars. Those 50 levels lower than the max server level cannot participate in the cross-server parking defense and plunder event. So no griefers. Straight up, if you are a griefer, you're not going to be able to participate in the Parking Wars and join into the whole PvP scenario of Parking Wars, right? You know what I mean? You just join into the server spots, the cross-server spots rather as well, and then you just try and beat the other servers for more rewards. People are not going to be able to grieve you with low-level accounts anymore. Mystic Merchant added a new exchangeable item to the Mystic Merchant shop, available in certain days. Not sure what those are. And we got some bug fixes as well, which I'm thinking I'm going to be skipping real quick because we got more stuff to cover. So the important thing about this whole thing is the new event, which is called the Tower of Epoch or Tower Epoch, whatever. It is basically the cyberpunk theme we were promised. So let's go ahead real quick and check out what it's going to be looking like, right? So this is the login screen. As you just join into the game, this is going to be your usual event interface. So you can see it's going to be containing the gacha and the usual stuff. Here we go. We got the rolling section over here. We got a new man, which is basically a bike, as well as a back attachment over here. And then we also have the costume. We'll check those out in detail in a moment. We have the guaranteed rewards panel over here with the PT timer thingy. We have the purchase interface, just where you put your money into the event, the ranking system, and then we have a minigame, which seems to be, I don't really know what this is going to be about anyways. Run distance. That's probably going to be a new one. Instructions, tap the screen and Shroomie will jump to the other side. Okay, so maybe it's like you gotta avoid this thing, so you like switch between walls. I think that's it's gonna be interesting. I think that's a new one. Then we got the underground supply, where you can buy lucky supply boxes. It is a little bit of just extra resources, it seems. We have some stuff over here to upgrade our talents. We got some eggs for the avians, some seeds for just planting the stuff over there in the manor, and then I'm not really sure what these are, honestly, but that's some stuff we're getting, and this is just straight up the repeat. Okay, so we already saw all of that. We also have the mount over here, and then we also have our back attachment as well here, the back accessory, and we finally have the costume reveal, right? So this is what's going to be coming today, or rather on Friday, in this whole event. So before we check out what the new rewards, the mount, and the back attachment are going to be doing, let's quickly check out what the event is going to be consisting of, right? So we have a Down of the Rebels, which is just the battle pass for this event. We always pretty much have one of these, so nothing crazy, even though the pictures were not over here, but it does say increase your battle pass XP, right? So nothing crazy. Now we have the Tower of Conquest, which over here it does most definitely seem like it is just the gacha, right? So the way this works is worded a little bit different. Use one quantum bomb for each draw, so that's just like use your stuff to get stuff out of the whole gacha system. Nothing new over there. And then we're gonna be able to use items to draw for a chance to activate the gem rain, which grants a certain percentage of gems from the available gem in the gem pool. This sounds new to me, honestly, with a chance to grant the new awesome mount Speed of Death and the accessory Titan's Hold, so what we're going to be checking out in a moment. I don't really see an interface. We'll get the gems over here, 8% chance, 2% chance. We do have gems over here, which are sort of going to be giving you back some of that money that you're putting in, because those are the pay-to-win gems, by the way. And anyways, we are going to be getting the usual stuff over here as well. We do have the rankings for the top players who spend the most. We're gonna be getting the minigame event Escape from the Zone, which we just checked out over here. We're gonna be also getting some other, yeah, this is just like the purchase thing, right? So it's like going to be this underground supply, whatever those are going to be. It does say the shop offers 4 different gift bags purchased to obtain themed rewards with a high chance of getting valuable items, whatever those are going to be. We don't know. We have the Fortune Cat as well as the top spending events. So we have the Righteous Banana coming back during this time. If you are an archer and you want the banana, now it's going to be your time to get it back. And we're going to be having the Fortune Cat as well as the rebate event happening during this time. So that's just easier access to getting your money's worth on this event in particular, right? So let's go ahead and check out the effects of the new rewards, right? So first and foremost, we have the mount, the Speed of Death, which is going to be doing the following. Peak of Speed, that is a skill, gain 20% evasion, activates speed up mode, right? There we go. Now, what does this do? At the start of the battle, every 1 evasion, 8 basic attacks, 8 combos, 8 counters, or 2 active skills used increase movement speed by 8% until the burst ends. After movement speed reaches 200% of its initial value, okay, that's quite a lot, activates charge mode, increasing damage resistance by 9% for 5 seconds. After the charge mode ends, activate burst mode, which cleanses and becomes immune to crowd control effects, recovers 12% of lost HP per second, and increase damage resistance by 12%, as well as attack, defense, attack again. I guess that's like final attack or crit attack, whatever. Speed, energy regen speed, pal attack speed by 32% for 5 seconds. Returns to speed up mode after the burst ends. So it's like you have increased damage resistance during the initial phase, and as you fully accumulate the stacks, which they are just calling it movement speed stacks for whatever reason, you are going to be getting into a frenzy, 32% increase of all of these stats for 5 seconds. That is a lot. That's literally pretty much every single good stat. I think it's not like crit rate or something like that. That would also be insane. But we have attack, defense, attack speed, energy regen speed, pal attack speed. Yeah, we just lack some crit rate over there, and that would be it. And it is attack speed over there. I just messed it up. Then the passive effect is going to be global defense. It is a massively bursty weapon for sure. The higher attack speed, the better. So 8 basic attacks as an archer is going to be easy. Every 1 evasion, so just like evade any attack, but 8 basic attack is going to be pretty damn easy for archers, so this is really damn good for us. Anyways, next up we do have the back attachment, which is going to be doing the following: 80%, or rather 10% global defense, that is the bonus, that's going to be flat passive. And then the skill is going to be Doomsday Blast, which is going to be doing the following: every 10 basic attacks basic attack hits, actually, you gotta hit them, trigger a combo punch, dealing 1000 AoE skill damage, 200% combo AoE damage, which can crit, and reducing the target's attack by 4% for 5 seconds. It does not do counter damage somehow, maybe it does, stacking up to 5 times. So every 10 basic attacks that you actually do, gonna be doing 200% AoE combo damage, which can crit, or 1000% AoE skill damage. And then also reducing the target's attack by 4%. Okay, stacking up to 5 times, and then every 30 basic attacks or combo hits taken by the enemy trigger a counter punch. Once again, okay, there was a combo and this is a counter, never mind, which will be dealing the 1000% AoE skill damage, and then in this case it's going to be the 200% current counter AoE damage, which can also crit. It is going to be granting a shield equal to 3.2% max HP for only 2 seconds. A little bit weird, it's just the more attacks you do, the more AoE damage you're going to be doing, and then reducing the enemy's attack, which can stack up to 5 times, and if you are able to do a lot of basic attacks during that time, the stacks are not going to be dropping, so you're going to be able to extend these all the way up to 20% reduced attack on the enemy, and then you're going to be able to also stack up a shield, which is going to be dropping real quick because it's only 2 seconds, but anyways, you're going to be able to build up a shield quite quickly, even though it's actually 30 basic attacks, and in this case, if you're an archer, this second part of the skill is not going to be doing any damage for you because it's only current counter damage, right? And you're not going to be doing any counter damage. Interesting back attachment. Overall, I think that the mount actually looks great for most classes, especially archers in particular. The back attachment, not so much. Anyways, let me know what you think, guys, about this new event and the changes to the game. And hopefully enjoy the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. See you.